I hate commercials. Yo, welcome back to the channel. Barcada Music in the building. It's your boy Dirty Work, also in the building, right? So today, got something a little special for you guys. I'm going to be talking about vocal production and vocal technique, right? So today's video is on Justin Bieber, right? On his little, tiny desk performance. You know what I'm saying? I love those. I watched a grip of them, right? So, but yeah, we're going to go ahead and get into it. You know what I'm saying? And please leave your comments at the bottom, and we're going to get it cracking. All right.
Holy, 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 holy. Oh God, running to the altar like a track star. Can't wait another second, cause the way you hold me.
Yo, so right off the bat, one of the things that I actually love about Justin Bieber is that he can actually sing live. He can actually perform. So this dude, you know what I'm saying, his voice is actually, amazing. You know what I mean? Like, and what he's able to do with his range is actually pretty phenomenal. You know, especially him coming from, a kid, into a man and being able to keep most of his range. So right now, his vocal timbre is more of a forward type of a thing, what we call the mask, right? So up here in the cheekbones and almost into the nose, but him moving up into his register, that oh God, like way up there. So, which is actually kind of hard to do, especially when you're coming from being able to sing all these crazy high notes when you're younger and transitioning into a man and your voice drops a whole octave. Sometimes it can be a little bit depressing because you can't do what you used to be able to do. But, he was able to keep a lot of that. So kudos to whoever was training him. I think you're doing great, man. Let's get back to it.
Hold me, hold me, hold me, hold me. Feel so holy. But the way that we love in the night gave me life, baby. I can't explain. It's the way you hold me, hold me, hold me, hold me, hold me. Feel so holy, hold me, hold me, hold me, hold me. Feel so holy.
So another thing is the difference between being a great singer and a great recording artist is actually being able to tell the story, right? So when you're singing, or when you're speaking, I should say, you could tell how somebody's feeling by the tone of their voice, right? So by the tone of their voice. So that means that the emotion is coming through. But most people who are more technical, in their singing, they kind of lose that element in telling the story. So they're not necessarily emoting, right? But he actually does that very, very well. Another thing I was going to point out, some of the parts where it sounds a little bit more gritty or a little bit more buzzy. That's actually because your vocal folds are coming together naturally the way they're supposed to, right? And you've got that right? So they may start off a phrase and you might hear a right? That whole thing is actually a correct way of singing, and a lot of people don't really realize that the fact that your vocal folds need to come together to vibrate using less air to produce more sound, or the tone, or the desired tone, right? So let's go ahead and keep it pushing.
They say we're too young and men say fools are rushing, but I don't know. Cause the way you hold me, hold me, hold me, hold me, hold me. It feels so holy, 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 holy. Another second, oh God, running to the altar like a...
And another trick that people probably aren't aware of when it comes to vocal production, like sometimes a note may sound higher than it actually is because they're emoting, right? So the fact that he's belting, right, that's not necessarily the top of his range. It may feel like it, but he's just putting that much energy into it, that much grit, like that much soul into it, that it feels like he's pushing towards the top of his range, but he's barely scratching the surface. I know he has a whole lot more than that in there.
Track star, I can't wait another second. The way you hold me, hold me, hold me, hold me, hold me, feels so holy.
Next song, baby. Let's go. Let's see what's up with this one. What song is he gonna do? Okay, hit the keys, dog. Yes, sir.
I get my peaches out in Georgia. Yeah, shit. I get my weed from California. That's that shit. Your skin. I wanna wrap my arms around you, baby, never let you go.
So in this part, he's actually adding a little bit more grit, a little bit more air, right? And if you're really paying attention, he's not really doing too much with his mouth, right? So with this part right here, if you notice, it's spread just a little bit more, and he's paying more attention to the actual vowels, because as you get higher, you want to make sure that the back of your tongue is kind of flat, right? So as you watch this, check it out. Just kind of check out the way that his mouth is shaped.
Oh, when I see you, there's nothing like your touch. It's the way you lift me up, and I'll be right here with you till the end. I get my peaches out in bitch. I get my
Yeah, that California line where he's moving up into the bottom part of his mix. Tight. Yeah, he's been working on this for a long time. His voice has definitely changed and, became more manly, right? I'm really digging it. So another thing to talk about is his laryngeal position. So where your larynx is actually being placed, right? So right now he's kind of keeping it, he's definitely keeping it in the middle, because you have three different ones. You have a raised, which is way up here. You have a smooth tone, which is your larynx is actually sitting center, and then you have a dropped, which is more like a throaty type of a sound, right? So, but he keeps it right in the center, and he's able to adjust the airflow up and over off the roof of the mouth versus going into the nose. Dope, man, dope. Psst, fire, bruh.
my light right from the source, yep, yeah, that's it. I get my peaches out in Georgia, oh yeah, shit. I get my weed from California. I get my light right from the source, yep, yeah, that's it. I get my peaches out in Georgia, oh yeah, that's it.
Go ahead, Justin. Do your thug thistle, bruh. That's what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Show him how it's done. One of the things I want to touch on is when you're trying to do runs, right? If you notice, like, he's not really changing the or moving to the consonants too fast. Like when you want to do a run, you want to grab a vowel, stick with it, then move. Most people try to do all this crazy stuff with their mouth, you know, trying to make these runs come out, but you're actually disconnecting, right? So your vocal cords are supposed to stay together. So when you start moving your mouth, all of this is connected to all of this. So you want to make sure that you find a vowel and stick with it. Whoever the sound guy is, you doing your thug thizzle, because that snare pop is like pop, pop. I'm really liking that, you know what I'm saying, on another note, you know what I'm saying? And all these guys are real musicians, man. Like, they know what they're doing. This is actually really tight. That guitar is sexy. Way more forward.
I'll pick up the pieces if you come undone. Some feeling, yeah. You know you can call me if you need someone.
So right now he's using the smaller vowels to kind of give it that to give it that more rock edge. You know what I'm saying? I'm really digging this.
I need you to hold on. Heaven is a place not too far away. We all know I should be the one to say we all make mistakes. Be someone who loses their way, looking for answers in a place unknown.
Yeah, this one here is a little bit more, a little bit more forward, and he's actually pushing more towards the nose. So it's almost nasally, but not really nasally. Like he's actually floating on what we call the soft palate. So the air is actually flowing up and over off the roof of the mouth, but closer towards the back of the throat. So like the air is separated between the mouth and the actual nostrils up in there. You know what I'm saying? But Perfect, perfect. The tone definitely matches the record. So that's another thing that you need to realize, that when you're, especially as a recording artist, the tone has to match the record. So, and that's what makes a great recording artist. But the fact of the matter is, he can actually do it live as well. So because he has a very good understanding of his instrument, and his instrument is his voice. Superb job.
You need the connection, but you can't get close. And hold on, tell me everything that you need to say. 'Cause I know how it feels to be a place not too far away. We all know I should be the one to say we all make mistakes.
That was perfect. That was perfect. He's reaching towards the top of his range, and he's bouncing off those consonants to get back into bigger vowels, right? Call them springboard consonants, right? So be the one, right? So he's actually transitioning using the actual consonants. Beautiful, beautifully done.
Take my hand and hold on. Tell me everything that you need to say. 'Cause I know how it feels to be midnight till morning. Call if you need somebody, I will be there for you.
I like this record.
Dance with me under the diamonds. See me like breath in the cold. That you are the only one I'll ever love, not anyone.
And another thing that I love, especially about this vocal performance, is that you, like that fall, right, where it almost sounds like his voice is cracking, but it's not. That's actually a stylistic thing, right? He's actually creating a tension and a release, right? It's masterful. You know what, Bieber? You got skills, bro. I like you, dog. You pretty cool. Pretty cool in my book. I watched you grow. You know what I'm saying? So beautiful, man. Beautiful.
Looking back on my life, you're the only good I've ever done. But you can't predict the future, 'cause certain things are out of my control. If you ever move on, only one I'll ever love.
Like right there. So when he's pronouncing the word R, you know what I'm saying? He's actually leaning on the ah. And you are the only one I'll ever know, right? So instead of, and you are, right? So he's not focusing on the consonants, he's focusing on the vowels. Beautiful.
Yeah, you. If it's not you, it's not anyone. Never done. Yeah, you. If it's not you, it's not anyone.
Damn, that shit was tight. That shit is fire. Yo, Just, yo band no, you killing it. They killing it too. Perfect combination, man. Like this is. Psst.
Hi, Luke Lango here, America's #1 stock picker.
I hate you.
That's the term that gets thrown around.
Yo, Beebs. Tight. Super tight. Like those little rubber bands they put on your braces. Like I'm like that tight. That was super tight. Yo, man, you doing your thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? Voices definitely changed over time. You know what I'm saying? You've moved into your grown manness. Sounded beautiful, bro. Sounded beautiful. Like there's very few people that are in the game that are still able to keep up with that, and you've been able to do it. Blessings to you, brother. You know what I'm saying? So you know what time it is. It's time to get up out of here. It's your boy Dirty Work. You know what I'm saying? And your boy, oh, he's not here today. So yeah. Love you, Mark. But I'll see you on the next one, I guess. Yeah. So like and subscribe. Hit that little button. Bing, 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 bing. You know what I'm saying? Leave some comments down below. Let me know what you thought. And I'll see you on the next one, probably tomorrow. Deuces.